Hello, welcome to Mental Health. I'm Robbie Stevenson, and today we have the guitarist from Solarus, uh, Lucas McArthur. Not Lucas King MacArthur, yeah. Introduce yourself.
How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going
Yeah,
very
I'm Lucas
well.
McArthur. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, thanks for having me on. It was really nice for you to reach out and show some curiosity in what we're doing.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like how like really clean your band is, and it's pretty technical. And yeah, I like what's going on. You guys are out of London, Ontario. For everyone who doesn't know, yeah, I really like your music videos. They look really professionally done too. So I thought I'd get a hold of you.
Yeah, man. Those videos were a lot of fun to do. Just shout out our videographer, um, Jeremy Trednick from London. Here, he's part of J Real Visuals, and he does an amazing job, kind of like capturing what you envision, and he's so fun to work with, and made us look just way cooler than we normally do. So yeah, he's a tremendous dude, tremendous videographer, and even a more tremendous friend. So I highly recommend him to anyone who's looking for a music video of that kind of aesthetic. So yeah, um, yeah, as you said, we're from London, Ontario. Most of us are. By most of us, I mean the remaining members at the moment. COVID's kind of had people moving away and having to reassess their lives and everything like that. So we recently had our drummer depart and our bassist depart, which was pretty recent news, but we've been kind of toiling with that in the background for quite a few months now. But we're on the upswing. We're really excited about things, and hopefully I get to talk to you about some of the details of what's coming in the future here. So yeah, anything in particular, anything that's you know scratching your curiosity?
Um,
Shoot, I'll
I
answer
was
any
yeah
question you
yeah.
got, man.
You can leave the questions to me, sir. It's funny that you mentioned Corona making people reflect on life. You know, for me, it was just a crippling drug addiction. So yeah, I reflected on my life and doing much better now. Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you have any other projects you're in, or is it just mostly Solaris?
Solaris is the only one I'm in right now. I've worked in various projects, not to the extent that I do Solaris. Solaris is kind of my baby that I've grown ever since I started it back in 2015, and that's kind of been my brainchild from the get go. But I've been in various projects that are not yet kind of materialized, but with other musicians and whatnot. Keep an eye out for Haven Dream. I did work with a young woman, a singer named Alina Gavrilenko from Hamilton, and a single that we released for her project Snow Maiden, and that was really good. That's on YouTube. Other than that, all pretty exclusively Solaris stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Inquiring minds want to know, well, how did you get that horse for that music video? That was a cool horse.
Oh, secret. Got to let secrets out now, eh?
You did go to like
Well,
medieval times and just steal one, or what?
that would have been a much more interesting story for the interview, but no, that's not what happened. Clear is an equestrian rider. See, she actually that's her horse. Yeah, no, our singer is an equestrian rider. That's her horse. So
Oh wow.
she came up with the idea. Why don't we find a way to incorporate that into the music video? And we said, sure thing, and we kind of came up with what we came up with. Yeah, it's not as interesting as stealing a horse from medieval times, but
Next time. That
next
could be the
time.
whole video, just trying to free those horses.
That would be a music video in of itself. Actually, is just literally stealing a horse from medieval times. I mean, that would be amazing right then and there.
Yeah. I had a job interview there once, but I made the mistake of telling them that I had schizophrenia, and I guess they don't want like schizophrenics on horses with swords. I don't know what that's all about.
There's that. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a stigma attached to it, unfortunately, eh?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
especially when I show them my Harry Potter scarf from when I jumped in front of a truck. It's there.
oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, cool.
So
So next time we're stealing a horse from medieval times. I got a little grudge because of that, so I'll help, and we'll take it from there.
yeah,
Next music video.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So that's the story of the horse in the music video. What else? What else do you want to know about what we're doing?
Um, yeah. There's been lots of change ups in the lineups. If you want to just like, so who's the original members and who's coming in? What's going on with that?
Well, it's kind of an interesting way I did it. Is I didn't really have a band when Solarus started. I did the first album. I wrote all the guitars, and then there was a drummer from Corunna that helped put some drum tracks to it, named Jacob Burton, and he was a tremendous drummer. And he was just temporarily with the project, left on his own volition. But so it was largely just like a solo project. Actually, Sarah, our singer, wasn't even brought on board until all the instrumental tracking was pretty much done. I had auditioned a bunch of singers, didn't know what I was looking for, and Sarah came out of nowhere and was the surefire choice to do. So I guess you could say that Sarah and I are the original members. And then a little later, we brought on Nick Lange on drums. And then we brought on Mark Feeney shortly afterward on bass. Obviously, recently, Nick and Mark have departed the band for lifestyle changes where they needed to move out west. That was too far away to be in the band. And then in the interim, we brought on our old drummer Nick's brother Troy as our second guitar player. So at the moment, the three permanent members have been me, Sarah, and Troy. And we've recently actually brought on a drummer. Not sure if he's ready for like public announcement, but he's a tremendous drummer, and and we're really excited. He's already
It's Gene
learned to set.
Hoglan, isn't it? You got Gene
It's
Hoglan.
it's Gene Hoglan. You spoiled it. I wish. Gene Hoglan's actually one of my favorite drummers.
Oh,
But
mine too. I like Death Days, Strapping Young Lad. He's done so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know it might be a little commercial, but I absolutely love his work on the Death Clock's
Yeah,
third Death album
Metalocalypse.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually love the Death albums. They're awesome.
Love the first one and the second one. The third one was like not as good in my opinion, but hey, they're still awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I liked the third one, and a lot of what I liked was Gene Hoglan's performances on that one were really good. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if he played on the second one or not. I don't know. Maybe you would know better than I, but yeah.
I'll just check Discogs and then I'll cut it in, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, we're so at the moment we've recruited a new drummer. So not taking any more auditions, but he's awesome. He's here from London, Ontario. His name's Chris DeMello. He's kind of new to the metal scene. He hasn't played a lot of in a lot of bands like us before, but he's been waiting for the opportunity, and he's got it where it counts. And like I said, really excited to start working with him.
Awesome.
And then now we just need to fill in our bass player. That's kind of like the complete history of our lineup changes.
All right, yeah. I don't slap the bass, like, yeah, but I'm sure you'll find someone cool.
Yeah. Well, if anyone's interested, we're taking auditions. So
Yeah, out of the 60 people that to subscribe to this thing, if you're a good bassist, let this guy know.
For sure. So yeah, that's kind of a brief history of how Solarus was kind of formed and kind of molded itself over the years. And we've obviously done the 2 albums in the interim. We've been really radio silent lately on social media because we're kind of believers of, well, if we don't have any really great news, then no news is better. So that when we do have all of our ducks in a row, we can come out and tell everyone what we're doing. And actually, this video is kind of the start of that. I mentioned to you that it would kind of be a cool opportunity to just kind of tell people what we're doing. And yeah, we got our new drummer. We'll be recruiting a new bassist shortly, and our third album is almost completed. All the instrumentation has been recorded. We are in the nearly in the post-production stage of our third album. We're really excited about it. So yeah, lots of things happening right now despite all the social media silence, but we're hopefully we're going to come back strong whenever we're ready to release that.
I hope so too. Yeah, it's amazing how with everything that's going on with COVID and everything, people are either like improving a lot or just like going down on the scale. I don't know, but like there's like no one. It doesn't seem like anyone's really just staying where they were. You know?
No, you're right. It's completely changed the landscape of at least the local music scene anyway. I know a lot of the more established bands have had a little more of a leg to stand on in terms of keeping doing what they're doing because their revenue is a little more.
Yeah, like Trivium. They bought a plane hangar. You know, I hope they call it Hangar 18.
I watched Trivium's latest. What was it called?
Their live thing, or
yeah, their live thing. What was it called? It was frick. Right, the name's right on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, they did that recent live stream. It was really cool. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, I've always loved Trivium. That's their in. I got a pick in there from them from in the 2000s. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, when I was in high school, their Ascendancy album was my jam for a while.
Yeah, I was just out of high school at that point, but yeah.
Yeah. And then the only other band one band I really enjoyed watching, they did a live stream during this whole COVID thing. Can't remember when it was. I think it was back in June or July. It was Evergrey from Sweden. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them.
I haven't. No.
They're a fantastic Swedish, almost like just Swedish metal band. I've always kind of wanted to see them and In Flames play a show together.
Yeah, I've seen.
I always thought that'd be really epic.
But that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw In Flames just back in was it November, I think, when they played here in London at the London Music Hall, and actually was just standing outside with a friend of mine, and Chris Broderick came out, so we just kind of shot the shit with him for a bit. That was really cool because he's a legend, right? So yeah, so
he was in Megadeth for a while. So.
Yep. Yeah, I actually saw him when he was in Megadeth when they were on Gigantour here in London as well.
Oh yeah. Was that 2012?
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah, they played Kingston. Like it was on the night of the Super Bowl, so like it wasn't as full as it could have been, and it kind of pissed off Dave. But it is what it is. I had a good time.
Everything pissed off Dave at that point, though.
What doesn't piss off Dave? That's why I love him. You know? Like
Exactly.
Gigantour 2 when his setup wasn't working very well or whatever, so he just throws the guitar like across the stage. Like that was awesome. I love his tangent.
I wish, one day I hope to be successful and rich enough and affluent enough to be able to throw my guitar when I'm mad. I literally can't afford to do that.
Putting down the pillows first, like.
Yeah, right. Like, I literally can't afford to do that. If I get mad, you have to keep your cool. Otherwise, you literally won't have an instrument to play. So
it's like it's barely to the point where you can flick your pick.
Yep. Yeah, and you don't want to do that because then it just disappears forever. Never know where it goes.
That's true.
The
up in your
infamous
pants somehow.
Yep. Yeah. There's some mysterious black hole out there where they all accumulate and stay forever.
Just like losing your sock that misses in the dryer.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, we're on the same train of thought there.
Yeah.
But so go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, what are some of the other local bands that people should know about? Because from what you said, you're really into more local bands. Like me, as I said, I was from Kingston, so I'd have to always drive the 2 hours, whether it was Ottawa or Toronto, to go to a good show. And so I did that more often than watching local talent. And so
Right.
what's new on the scene? I've kind of haven't been there in the last 8 years. Because of my, I'm a recovering drug addict, so I wasn't paying attention to the music.
I get it. I just, there's no way I'm going to remember all of them, and I'm going to feel really bad if I remember one after this and don't mention it. But here in London, I have these friends in a band called Fladias, and they're gearing up to record a new album. They're really good. They're
Hebedias.
Fladias,
Oh, okay.
Flidais, Fladias,
Okay.
and they're weird. They're very interesting. They're a band. They're almost like it's like if Iron Maiden met Rush. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
very interesting sound that they're just a trio of guys and really good guys to boot.
Did you hear
From the
about
Toronto.
Geddy Lee's new like he got a new sponsorship?
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, it's Alpha Getty. But the only thing is the only thing is the only letters are YYZ.
That actually would be a genius endorsement. If
Yeah.
well, you watch, if that happens, you got to jump on that and make sure that
I'm
you get
like,
your
oh, where's my
shareholders
money,
into that
bitch?
idea. Yeah. As far as other bands go, local talent, I know Letharo is one in Hamilton that I really like. They're really good people, and I like their music that they produce. At Dawn's Edge from Mississauga is an amazing one that I've been getting a lot into. And then outside the Toronto area and London area, I've listened to a lot of Lycanthrope, Enemy Sons, Various. I believe they're from, I might be wrong on this, but I think they're from St. Catharines. I can't remember, but those are just a few of the local bands that I'm listening to a lot of now. One of my favorite bands is actually from Orangeville, is Borealis, and I'm actually have had a long-standing history with them. So like they've been a big influence on my musical tastes. Um, what else? Crimson Shadows, Johnny No Cash. Just a lot of those guys from this end of Ontario. I think Ontario has such an insanely rich pool of metal talent that just isn't found in anywhere else in Canada. So it's really a treat to live here and to be able to have the proximity to them.
That's
So
awesome. Yeah. I
yeah,
can't wait to start going to shows and buying vinyl.
yeah, man.
I
I'm
love my vinyl, and I try to have a vinyl for every band that I have on here. But I only started 2 years ago, and yeah, I already have a lot of vinyl. So
yeah. I can't say that was ever a train I jumped on. I'd never had a turntable to play them, so I never really got into vinyl. I know we've had a few fans ask, "Oh, like, are you going to release your album in vinyl?" And I don't know. It's one of those things you have to approach when you have a bit more interest because,
more of a
man,
following, more
making,
people that are actually going to buy it. Yeah. Um,
yeah, right,
for me,
yeah,
whenever I'm like really jonesing for drugs, I buy vinyl instead. Like I even wrote a joke about it. It was my favorite joke of 2019. And okay, I'll just tell it because you're here. There's probably no one watching this, and it won't matter. So I buy vinyl records now instead of drugs. So I'm still getting spun, but the good thing is I get to use the same needle over and over and over again.
that's awesome, man. I like I like a good dark comedy as much as the next person. What are your favorite comics? I'm curious.
Live or dead or local?
Both,
What do you?
either,
Okay.
any.
I had him on my show, Jason Rouse. I've looked up to him since I was 14. Yeah, I saw him at the local club when I was 14, and yeah, I was just blown away. He is so dark and just it's like dark without a purpose, and it's just like so awesome. Yeah, he's one of my favorites, and now I've opened for him, and I get to call him my friend. So that's pretty cool. He's originally from Hamilton, and he's been all around the world doing his comedy, so that's cool. Mitch Hedberg, I have his box set. Love that guy. He's dead, but yeah. Carlin. Obviously Chappelle is the goat, greatest of all time. Yeah, like I really like the meme that's going around. Like before memes, we just used to yell at Chappelle Show quotes at each other, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah. Um, I'm I really like metal and I like comedy, and so if I can get my dark comedy, I'm happy.
Awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, I like a good laugh. I wouldn't say I'm like a comedy expert or connoisseur or anything, but I love watching it and I love listening to it, and it's always a good time.
Yeah. Do you know
Helps a
any
lot.
cemeteries that'll let me do comedy in them? You know, I want to do a comedy
I,
special in a cemetery. That'd be cool.
I
I could crawl out of
I
a
don't. That's a really random question, and
what?
and fairly enough, I'm not prepared for it. I don't have any cemeteries
You
that are open for
you
comedy
mean
specials.
are you telling me that you came on mental health and don't have like every answer to a schizophrenic?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, you're honest about it, you know?
That's my bad. Call me unprepared, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, cool. All right. Is there anything you want to plug before we get going here, Lucas?
Um, not particularly. Just that hopefully if people check this out and they like the conversation, that one, they'll check out Solaris at either our solarismetal.com or Solaris Facebook or on our Instagram.
It is a cool
Check them
website.
out.
I've been there when I was researching the stuff for when your music video is on the new Ed the Sock channel thing. It's going to be called the
Sweet.
Music Station. I don't know how it got up there.
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I hope that they check us out. Whoever sees this takes an interest. Like I said, it's easy listening symphonic metal, or at least I think it is. Other than that, I would say more or less check out all the bands that we talked about, even the local ones. Now more than ever during COVID, I think it's really difficult for these bands to find a reason to keep at her, and we're going to lose out on a lot of talent if we don't show them that we're willing to support them, you know. So yeah, if anything else, I would plug all those other local bands that I was talking about
Again.
yeah.
All right. Thank you very
it.
much, Lucas, for being on Mental Health. Happy to have you here.
Thanks, Robbie. You too. You have a good one.